Hello everyone and welcome back to Rag Plays Crusader Kings II, Monks and Mystics, the Penitenziagite campaign. Last time we left off, which was about a week ago, I had decided to swap back to the Duchy of Susa. And before I started recording in this episode, I decided to switch back to the Duchy of Savoy, despite not actually being in Savoy. I know we have a better heir if we switch over to Susa. I have no idea why our uncle isn't available to be the heir here, but I don't care too much about that. This guy is decent enough, and I think I could take him up to par pretty quickly once I become him. And he's 24, he's our younger brother. And so I switched to Piedmont, since I switched to the Duchy of Savoy, since it does match our county coat of arms here. I believe these three T's, this sort of blue thing in here, indicates the first son of Savoy. This particular marking indicates the firstborn. So it would be like the firstborn of Savoy would live in Piedmont and govern that area, I suppose. It does not matter. I could have made my capital in Savoy, but I don't care about that. Like I said, I kind of like being in Piedmont anyway. I like being on this side of the Alps because it gives us more time to muster over here if we declare war in this direction, which is sort of the way we were going to go anyway. I think one of our short-term goals, and why in the hell does Bohemia own all of Tuscany? That's unusual. One of our short-term goals is going to be, I think, kind of moving into the Swiss Alps here, the Switzerland area. I want to get control of the Duchy of Upper Burgundy, which is quite huge. It's beautiful. It'd be great to have this, just to have kind of like a lot of vassals in there, maybe kind of vassalize that duke. To hold that duchy ourselves, and then to maybe form a new kingdom of our own, which would be the kingdom. I would probably call it the Kingdom of Burgundy, even though there already exists a Kingdom of Burgundy title. I don't like the shield for this. I would much rather that the Kingdom of Burgundy hold the Savoy shield. I like the Savoy shield, so that's what we're going to be doing. That's going to be our main goal. If anything happens to, like of course, while adhering to being a holy man and whatnot, if anything happens down in the Levant again, whether another crusade is called or whatever, I definitely still want to be getting involved in crusades. We want to help protect the Byzantine Empire from exterior threats, even though it's being eaten up. You know, maybe down the road become Holy Roman Emperor. Maybe if we can manage to get enough troops, we can siege down Jerusalem and become the king of Jerusalem. Wouldn't that be amazing for a holy man campaign? But for now, let us set our goals in order, because it has been a couple of weeks. Last time we have consolidated the entirety of the Duchy of Savoy, so that's good. I seem to be fabricating claims in Lombardy, probably because I wanted like semi-contiguous borders, or to look a little bit more clean here. I think I'm going to switch that from Lombardy to Grisons, because that is part of the Duchy of Upper Burgundy, and that is our goal. And after the Duchy of Upper Burgundy is taken care of, I'll probably do Schweiz, or maybe go after Bern or something like that, these two. Neuchâtel and Aargau and Burgundy in time. In any case, not too worried about the French portion of Burgundy. The two duchies there, what would they be? The Dauphine and Provence. I'm going to leave those alone, I think. I might take Nice off of Genoa at some point, but yeah. I think other than that, we're good doing pause. Council is discontent. One character owes us a favor. That's that one that we bought for no reason, and he's not even Vesibor of Würzburg. I don't even know. Alright, well, interesting, but not super important to us right now. Let's get back into it and hit the unpause. We're going at speed 4. That seems more or less correct. I think I'm going to take it down a notch just to get back into it at this point. Our bishop has secluded himself in Monferrato, and this is unable to perform. He's probably on a penance or something like that. And I'm gonna kind of keep an eye on when I can switch my people over to do something else. Do we have a better spy master? We don't. We have an offer from somebody. What is this about? A message about requesting council support has been received from Ernst Billung. Peace be with you. Please support me in the council if you agree. Well, what the hell do you want to do, man? What do you want done? You're the Duke of Brunswick. Looks like you're Scandinavian by descent. Probably want to change a law, but the problem is it doesn't tell me what it's for. They need to switch it so that he wants a favor. What does he want it for? That's what I want to know. I owe you a favor. Well, okay, what's the favor? I want to be able to ask what's the favor before I back it or not, because he might be trying to do something that is completely against our interest, and that may not be worth a favor. So for now, I'm going to decline. I don't think I'll need his help or anything. So, again, keeping an eye. We are an attractive man, aren't we? Look at that beard. Double bearded. Blonde hair, blue eyes, probably. I can't really tell. Too small. And we are Italian still. Yet another morning when I wake up feeling tired when I went to bed. I should do something about my listless mind. Perhaps I need to spend some time alone. No. No, I don't want to go into hiding. That's a bad idea. Oh, there was something we could do here. I forgot, almost forgot. We can go on a pilgrimage. Something a holy man would absolutely do. It costs quite a bit of money, but I think it's worth it. I shall go on a pilgrimage to seek God's grace in one of the holy places of Christianity. I will start making travel plans. Neat. There are a number of different holy places that you could visit on your pilgrimage. All of them are considered most sacred by the Holy Church, but a somewhat closer destination may be a safer journey. I want to go to Jerusalem. Jerusalem and Rome are the two oldest and holiest places of the Catholic Church. I will travel to the Holy Land, where I want to go. What in the hell is Bohemia doing? No, Bohemia, what's going on? You're at war with France, and you're at war with, you're at war over Hradec. I didn't know that was its own duchy. Okay, interesting. My things are packed. Everything is in order. At the end of my journey, the Holy Land awaits. My journey begins. Dear husband, may you live in harmony and contentment. I have been appointed your regent. Because we're going on a trip, because we're on our pilgrimage to the Holy Land, our wife is taking over running our country in our stead for the time being. It won't take too long, so we'll be back, hopefully. Hopefully we don't die because of it. The rain has been pouring down for days. It's almost impossible to travel the roads. Why does the Lord punish his faithful pilgrims so? Blessed is he who perseveres under trial. Gain 50 piety. 10% chance Duke Martino gains the trait pneumonic. That would be terrible. 30% we gain the trait flu. That's also awful. 60% no effect. What do we get? Nothing! Haha! No! Gurgling. Sudden gurgling and feeling of pressure in your gut is all the warning you have before you have to make a dash to the privy. We gain diarrhea. Well, I hope we don't die from that. Baldwin suggests you follows his instructions to combat the food poisoning. Oh, our doctor is with us, apparently, on pilgrimage. That's cool. Baldwin gave you a pot of steaming chamomile to treat your diarrhea. Should have done something, probably. I'm not sure it did anything, though. Journey is long and hard. Your feet are sore. And your back as well. Far from the castle kitchens, the food is barely edible, and on top of that, you seem to feel cold all the time. Perhaps you are not quite cut out for this pilgrimage things. Nonsense. In 10 piety, 40% chance we begin feeling unwell. Hopefully that doesn't do anything. I hope. We're already feeling unwell. Jerusalem! What is this about? A message about an invite to a plot has been received from an Sunio Parma, who is the Count of Corsica, so here on this island. I would like to help you plot to kill Prince Heinrich of the Holy Roman Empire. What is Heinrich like? Probably won't work since he's an intriguing man anyway, and I don't know why you would want him dead. What, is there no one better for the job or something? Is that who they're voting for? No, I decline, thanks. We are a God-fearing man. Jerusalem. You have finally arrived in Jerusalem. Passing by the Mount of Olives, you enter the city gate and are immediately overcome by a feeling of having made a truly epic journey. The The city is filled with people of all creeds and colors. The air is heavy with smells of strange spices and foreign plants. Make your way through the throng of people and animals excited by the knowledge that you are now close to the Via Dolorosa and the other holy places. You plan to visit the Church of the Nativity in Bethlehem, but first of all you need to find some place to stay. After all, you wouldn't want to be forced to sleep in a stable, would you? We're not in Bethlehem yet, so no, I don't want to sleep in a stable. Oh, Jerusalem, Jerusalem. We're here. Jerusalem, what a fascinating place, a holy place for three great religions, and the city and the surrounding area are full of monuments giving tribute to God. Somehow, when you look closer, they don't seem all that different. It rather makes you think, doesn't it? Muhammad was a great thinker, loses the trait zealous, gains the trait sympathy for Islam. I don't really care for that, thanks. I don't want that. I'm not sympathetic at all to Muslims. Jesus was a Jew, wasn't he? We lose the trait zealous, it's unfortunate, and we gain the trait sympathy for Judaism. Min-maxing which would be more useful for us, probably the sympathy for Muslims, because there's more Muslims in the game than there are Jews, but my character would feel more sympathy for Judaism because it's closer to Christianity than Islam is. Jesus was a Jew, wasn't he? So now we have sympathy for Judaism. And maybe they'll cut back on our taxes, perhaps, or something. Uh-oh. Starting to get sick again. We still owe them 300? Yeah, we kinda do. That's okay, though. Well, you can't quite put your finger on it. What's wrong? You don't feel well. So we have malaise, another bit of extra health. Baldwin suggests your symptom is not due to a serious illness, and that it will pass quite soon. Nevertheless, you receive some mild treatment. Very well. Draw the illness out of your body. Baldwin has covered you in head to toe from leeches. I'm glad I hired Baldwin. +2 health. You know, everyone makes fun of the leeches thing in medieval medicine, but it did actually have some good effects depending on your illness that you had. Sometimes the blood did contain their idea of medicine was kind of humors. They called them cold humors, hot humors, that sort of thing, and too much of anything was a bad thing. So if you had too cold humors, you would like, it had to do with your kidneys and different parts of the body. They thought did different things. Anyway, it wasn't medieval medicine wasn't as bad as everyone made it out to be. If you do research on it, it's pretty advanced for its day. They did the best with what they had available. You finally have returned from your pilgrimage. It was a rewarding and interesting journey. Of course, there were still some quacks, mind you. And you do it all again, if you could. Still, it's good to be back home, and we gain the trait Pilgrim, so monthly piety plus 0.10. I feel like that should be more. I feel like that should be 1 monthly piety. Why such a low number for piety? I don't get it. Why not 1 per month? Whatever. And same faith opinion +5, so that's good. Great experience. We are now a pilgrim. Lots of traits. I hope we can get rid of this illness, though. The Regency has ended because we have returned home. And we have minor titles available to be granted. And a designated regent has popped up again. Let's make our wife the regent again. I don't know why that unappointed her just because we came home. Anyway. Did a great job last time we left, and now she'll do a great job this time. We're gaining plus 13 ducats a month. And we have the flu. Our doctor was wrong. Alas. And we seek treatment for our illness. Ah, okay. Oh boy. Your court physician, Baldwin, has come to see you and offers treatment for your illness. He explains there are several different types of treatment he can offer. What kind of man are you, sir? You are a renowned physician. I'm going to trust you. My life is in your hands. Ah, crap. Baldwin made you drink a draught of poppy before strapping you down, giving us opium. The operating table. You almost dozed off while preparing his instruments. When he raised the scalpel towards you, you felt wide awake. I'm sorry, my lord, but we must remove the root of the problem. He's taking out our eye. Oh God, it's happening all over again. We're gonna be a pirate, a real pirate. Awesome. One-legged and one-eyed. Curses, may the devil strike Baldwin down. Oh, fuck. Probably gonna die. We're gonna die a pirate, man. Yar har fiddle-dee-dee, being a pirate is alright with me. Please don't put a copyright strike on my channel. You are a pirate. I don't know. I don't even know if that's public domain or whether that's probably gonna get striked. Unfortunate. Oh well. Right. So we have to move our counselor. I'm gonna move him to Grisson. What else are our other guys doing? They're all kind of doing pretty much what they need to be doing. Is our spy master still in the Byzantine Empire? He is. Good. By the way, guys, whenever you see people factioning against you, since this was kind of on my mind last episode, I wrote it down on a note just to run that by you again. You remember how I showed you about factions? Anytime there's a faction, so like, these are all the factions in the Holy Roman Empire. Wow, that's quite a lot. Anytime there's a faction, if you want to get the faction leader killed, or if you want someone to die, like say even if it's your son, make him into your spy master or your chancellor, somebody that you don't care about losing. Switch to the diseases map mode, find a disease, and send him to the epicenter. And that'll increase his chances of dying. Now, as well, I needed to kind of reiterate on plots. Plots are a thing that we could potentially choose to do. There are different ones that we can do. Let's see what our plots are right here. Let me try and kill our court physician because I believe we hate him for taking our eye and everything. And we can plot to kill the Count of Urbino. I don't know what... Like, a lot of these we don't know what they would benefit us in doing. I'm not sure... That is one we might want to do, is revoke the Duchy of Valais, or the Count of the County of Valais, since we do have 6 out of 6 holdings now. We could potentially take that back from him. I think I might try and do that. Let's try it. Revoke the County of Valais. And it says we can't do that. Why is that? Was not recently granted. The capital is a county in the held capital Duchy of Duke Martino. It is. We can't do this despite it being displayed. You see, I can't stand that the game bothers to show you plots that you can't pull off. Like why have this here? Maybe because it's close to pulling it off, or we're close to being able to? I don't know. So again, why couldn't we do this? One of these must be true. This is a duchy with no de jure county under its holder. Alright, well, no matter. Maybe we can get his family killed off then. Ernst von Grier's County of Valais. So you only have one son, huh? Then what happens to you? How many family members do you have? Just the one. Oh. It'd be a shame if something happened to him. This is the other way you can plot in the game, is by going to this button and then choosing a plot. And usually, whenever it's a character screen, it's always plot to kill the character that you're on. We're a God-fearing man, though. We're not going to do that sort of thing. It would be wrong. And this man is a man of God, anyway. He's an erudite, he's humble, he's diligent, he's brave, he's temperate, he is a misguided warrior, but that's, you know, he's just shitty at fighting. That's not a sin or anything. We wouldn't do that, but if you wanted to do that, you would go here. I'll show you hypothetically what we would do. And then you could, this tells you the approximate amount of plot power you have to succeed at this. If you wanted more plot power, you can send your spy master to build a spy network in the county that that character currently resides in. If we go back to plots, so he lives in Valais, so I would send my spy master here. I'd get a small increase in the chance to succeed. In addition to that, you can click this little box here to auto-invite plot backers. Anyone who would be willing to help kill this man would join this plot, and you'd see them show up all along here. Or you can go in manually. See, this guy is willing to do it. Most people are against it. They're discontent. Sometimes you'll see a little brown hand that's kind of halfway. There's thumbs up, there's thumbs down, there's kind of like a middle-of-the-road type of person. What that person means is that that person would require a bribe to get involved in it. Sometimes the thumbs-down guys actually would go into the plot after a bribe, so you kind of have to feel them out a bit. But usually, generally, you only want to bribe people that have the brown beige indicator. Then they'll join your plot. Anyway, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to cancel that plot because I don't want to kill the man or his son. Oh, just out of curiosity, how much plot power would it take to kill this guy? This guy's much more... People are more receptive to killing him, I think. But, yeah, it just depends on how well they're liked and whatnot, whether it'll work. Sowing dissent could be useful too for that matter, to gain more people to plot against him. We got some world epidemics. Let's go ahead and unpause again. Switch back to our map mode here. A new bird has arrived in the Muse, and a new book on the art of writing poetry. We could be a poet like our father, and I think we're going to be a falconer to do something different. I severely hope we get better. The new bird was more aggressive than the ones I'm used to. It killed too many rabbits. It was unwilling to relinquish its catch. It even attacked me when I tried to pry one away. Poetry is safer. Let's try that instead. Go ahead and take the one that doesn't grant us the depressed trait, because who would want to do that? We don't want to become depressed on top of all these other illnesses we have. Can we seek a treatment for our illness yet? Please. Fix us up. We're going to do the safe thing this time. Your court physician, this guy, Alighiero de Pinarello, has come to see you and offers a treatment for your illness. He explains there are several different types of treatment he can offer, as long as he knows what he's doing. Let's just try and do the regular thing. So, he came to our chambers and offered you a draught, which was yellow in color. He told you to pinch your nose as you drank it. When the tepid liquid passed your lips, you almost immediately spat it out again. It's Buckley's, clearly. Tastes awful and it works. You demanded to know the content, and he revealed that it was the fresh urine from a pregnant sow. Alright. We actually feel better. I like to drink the piss. That's fine. Whatever, it made us better. That's all that matters to me. That'll help us not die, perhaps, even though... Good God, Matt. You've recovered from the flu. Now the coughing and fever and headache are just unpleasant memories. Yeah, get rid of that immediately, please. We're still severely injured from our little debacle. But, hopefully that goes away soon. You know, Mr. Spymaster, can you hurry up and get me a claim? I would like to go to war on this character once more. Gonna be the dread pirate, Martino, who, scours the Ivory Coast and the Ligurian Sea, looking for claims on the county of Chur. My modest attempts to write poetry was never meant to be publicized in any way, but wherever I go, bards and minstrels are reciting and singing my poems. It turns out we're just like our dad, and we have gained the poet trait, so that's a good one. +1 Diplo, can't complain. Come on, claims. Can we change any laws yet, or can we change our nominators? We're still voting for our brother, that's good. He seems to have improved himself on his own. He gained the brave trait since we last looked at him. See, he's already becoming better than he was before. Can't complain. How's our minor titles looking? They're all good. We could train shipbuilding. That would be completely useless for us right now, though, because we have no coast. Laws. Let's take a look at the laws of the realm here. We can gain centralization. We already have extra domain limit, though, so I'm not sure I want to do that. So we could attempt to switch over to late feudal administration. That would change the ability for inheritance laws, so that might not be a bad idea. Obligations. What are we looking at? Our taxes seem to be okay. I'm not too worried about that right now. I would not mind switching over from Imprisonment Council to Imprisonment Ruler. Who is for it? Fadil is for it, so eventually we could bribe 2 more people with favors and get a law passed right now, and I think we should try and do that. We could actually pass this law right now, more centralization. We're not anywhere near our limit for vassals, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, I think. And that should pass right away since we have many, many supporters for that. No reason not to switch over to that now. Hey, we have a nephew. Leonardo, I kind of like that name. So if he's as good as his namesake and draws us some plans for a tank or other such art, whatever the hell Leonardo did, he did that, the 8 parts, you know, the man with the fucking 6 hands and the 6 legs. I don't know what that was related to. I think it was medical of some sort. Anyway, Leonardo, you're going to be a martial man. And they have approved the centralization law. Our domain limit has gone up to 7. Really would like this county despite him owning it, but oh well. Would like Brisson more. What kind of allies do you have, sir? You don't have any allies that I need to worry about, really. The horrific wound from your maiming is now stinking and oozing pus. The pain is debilitating, and your courtiers are avoiding you like death itself. That's not good. Can we get a treatment for our illness, please? Not yet. Hope we don't die from that. Since I came to Nassau, we have never had a shortage of soldiers. It's because I'm marshal. I'm training troops in my liege's capital, and we did a good job doing it, so that's good. That'll improve our relationship with this little child, I believe. Game, are you frozen? I think the game just froze. Game. That's not good. Alright, well, I will have to wrap it up here, folks. Sorry about this. I guess the game decided to freeze on us, so I will see you next time.